Oh, Marilyn, here's one. Secretary wanted. Must type 120 words a minute.
She can't even write a note to the milkman without a dictionary.
Here's one, Aunt Lily.
Comptometer operator wanted.
Comptometer operator. She'd probably get the thing out in traffic and hit somebody.
Well, Marilyn, I have 6 or 7 ads circled here. I want to get started early. Would you come upstairs with me and help me choose something nice to wear to the interviews? I want to look my very best.
Yes, Aunt Lily. It's very important you make a good impression.
You know something, Grandpa? I think she's very serious about getting a job, and I am totally against it. What am I going to do?
Herman, listen to me. Lily is not going to get a job. She has no experience. Take my advice and just ignore the whole thing.
You don't think I should stand up to her? Order her to give up this idea and put my foot down as Lord and head of the household?
No, I don't.
Well, good. Because every time I do that, she laughs at me.
Well, Mr. Franklin.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Munster, but I just remembered we filled this position this morning.
Ready now, Irving.
This is Colette. That will do, Colette.
But he didn't say anything.
His eyes plainly said no. Well, next, this is Millicent. I think not, Millicent.
I hope he gets a concussion.
Irving, my new line of clothes is not designed for the Northwest Mounted Police. I need a model who is different. Someone with a warm, exotic flamboyance. Someone, in short, my dear Irving, who has great flair.
There's more waiting, Mr. Brastoff. Would you come in, please? This is Lilly.
What I call flair.
Oh, thank you.
Irving, she's enchanting. Tell those other girls they can go home now.
Yes, Mr. Brastoff.
Lily. Lily, my dear, I don't know when I've seen a model who so perfectly reflects the exotic and mysterious appeal of my new line of dresses.
Oh, thank you.
You see, what I am trying to do here is to recreate the kind of allure that was reflected by women like, Theodora. They called her the Vamp. That's short for vampire, but of course you wouldn't know anything about that.
Oh, yes, I would. Oh, that's a very common nickname in my family.
Anyway, what I am attempting here also in certain of my dresses is to bring back an era that is gone. I'm trying to revive the dead, if you like.
If I like. I've always thought that was a fun thing.
Lily, I can just picture my customers' faces at my next showing when you come out in a Laszlo Brastov original creation and float around the room.
Oh, like this?
I rush to embrace you.
Tut-tut, Mr. Brastov.
You're hired.
Grandpa, it's bad enough having my wife working, but I just cannot stand for Lily being a fashion model.
Now, Herman, let's not be too hasty there. It may not be all bad. After all, modeling is a very respectable profession.
Well, maybe.
Look, and she'll make good money, and the work is easy. Why, all she has to do is just put on the latest creations and walk up and down in front of the customers.
Well, I guess you could be right.
Now, when these men...
Men?
Well, you know, most of the out-of-town buyers are men. I mean, you know what they look like. You've seen their pictures in the magazines, those handsome, well-dressed fellows with 2 or 3 chicks on each arm.
I'll bet those rascals have a ball every day just sitting there and watching those models come out in negligees and swimsuits and take them out to dinner at night.
You ain't kidding, Herman. Boy, I tell you, there must be a lot of hanky-panky goes on in that business.
I just remembered. The hanky they'll be playing panky with is my wife.
You know, you're right. It's not only your wife, it's my daughter.
Lily! Lily! You come right down here this minute. I am not going to let her take that job, and that's that.
Uncle Herman, you were calling out Lily?
You're darn right I was. I want you to get that man chasing homewrecker right down here, toot sweet.
Can't mean Aunt Lily.
I can and I do. Now get her down here.
Well, I'm afraid I can't, Uncle Herman. You see, she left about an hour ago for her modeling job.
But... She left an hour ago for a modeling job.
Well, Herman, what do you think of that?
I'm so mad I could go right through the ceiling.
Herman, will you come down here and talk this thing over sensibly? This is no time to be hiding in the attic.